I want to achieve my dreams while I have nothing to lose. I'm gonna start. Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm 28, and in the past 2 years, I've been laid off from my dream job, fired from bullshit in between jobs, and right now, I'm planning to resign from a stable job that I have. Because I need to follow my actual dreams, and right now I'm gonna do my makeup, so this is a get ready with me. So yeah, let's start. So, a little about me. I'm gonna do my makeup how I like normally do it. This is the Danessa Myricks Glow Serum. A little about me is I used to work in tech. I know people say that. But yeah, I used to work in tech, specifically cybersecurity. I was a junior cybersecurity consultant and I got laid off in 2022. If you've worked in corporate or worked in technology or just like saw the fucking, my bad for cursing, if you saw the layoffs happening in 2022, 2023, they were crazy. And at the time, like I worked so hard to get that job. It was my dream job. And to lose it like that was definitely devastating. But I figured I'd bounce back really quickly and I'd get another job. No, that was not the case because when I got laid off, everyone else was getting laid off. And it was just a bad time. So I was wrong. I was really, really wrong. I like to let my skin, like my makeup prep, settle a little bit. So at the time, after that happened, like December 2022, I spent all of 2023 interviewing, like job application after job application, interview after interview, rejection after rejection, and it was traumatizing. I could laugh about it now, but that shit was traumatizing. Like bad. Like I think I had about like a good 300, 400 rejections. So anyway, I was really depressed as one would be after getting laid off and then rejected back to back to back. And I felt really stuck. Like if I as a junior with 1 year of experience, I have a mirror right here by the way. I actually have two mirrors if you see me looking at them. If I was a junior, had only 1 year of experience, and like I was competing with people who had like 5 years and 10 years of experience, like I felt like a dead end. I was just even like I was really optimistic, like I kept going to interviews after interviews. Um, I kept networking, kept putting myself out there, but eventually I just became really burnt out. So I started just taking other jobs like bartending, serving. I'm using the Fenty, I think this is soft matte pro filter instant retouch primer, um, on mostly on my nose and T-zone. What was I saying? Yeah, I started serving, bartending, and throughout 2023, I ended up in like some crazy situations. I live in New York. It's expensive here and shit could just get really scandalous. And I was like working at places where like they'd steal from me, working with like terrible managers. And again, just became really depressed because I really had a career that like I loved and I was like beginning to love and learn more about. And it felt like it just went away like that. So by the end of 2023, I was just like in a really bad depression and everything just felt like a dead end. So I'm using the Danessa Myricks blurring balm in Universal. But by the end of 2023, I had gone through my savings. I was really depressed and I was just working like really bad jobs that like didn't last long. And of course, like New York is expensive, so you know. Again, I'm focusing on my T-zone because it gets really oily around here. So in the beginning of 2024, I went back to my old job, which is I worked in like a nonprofit, specifically like a social workspace. And I actually had worked there prior to, transitioning into tech and cybersecurity. And I knew that it was temporary. Um, but at this end, I was also like still interviewing, right? But a year later, I hate it. I hate it. I do not want to do this anymore. So I used to do like social services, counseling, and I went back to that job because there was a position there open for me. And I initially thought that I'd only be there for 6 months. And I was still applying to jobs, still interviewing, but eventually I just also stopped doing that because again, like it was more rejections. And a year later, I don't want to be at this job anymore. I don't like this job, but most importantly, I don't like who I am at this job, right? So I'm using the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Serum Foundation in 21, and I mixed it with the Yummy Skin Tint, and I'm in the shade 13. Anyway, so I knew that the job was temporary, but the longer I stay, the more I'm really beginning to be very deeply uncomfortable. Like, I feel so stuck again, and I don't enjoy the work I'm doing. Every day I just go to work. I feel like I'm doing just tedious or remedial tasks just to have a job, just to survive and pay bills. And that's not how I want to live my life anymore. Okay. Um, my camera's dying. I'm gonna come back when I put on some concealer. I remember having a passion for life and doing things that I love doing. And lately, it feels like that's gotten away from me. And I don't want to be that person, like I have hobbies, dreams, interests, things that make me me outside of a job. And I look forward to being that person again. I use two Fenty concealers. This is in 410 and this is in 3. The color, the name rubbed off, but I'll put it in the description because I like to brighten. Just a tad bit. Like, I don't know how else to say that I'm just so much bigger than a job. Like, anyway, right now I feel really stuck. Like, my dreams feel stagnant because I'm also trying to figure out, like, who I am. Like, I'm 28 and this is the time for, like, me to understand who I am. And I can't do that if I'm not trying different things out. Um, I can't do that if I'm not surrounding myself with things that actually interest me. And trust me when I say I have so many interests. Like, I love cybersecurity, obviously, because I used to work in that industry, but I love crypto. I love learning about investing. I love networking. I love figure skating. And I realized that, like, I always know this, but I literally live in New York where people come to chase their dreams. So it's just like, who am I not to chase my dreams? That'd be crazy. I want to achieve my dreams while I have nothing to lose. Um, I'm gonna let my concealer sit a little bit. I also have some of my thoughts written down, just like in case I don't forget, in case so I don't forget them. Um, but yeah, I have different dreams and passions, and I have this idea that it's now or never. I don't have any kids. I don't have, I'm not married. I'm in my childhood abode. I'm at my parents' house. So it's just like, literally, why not take the risk? You know? I want to combine all my interests. Like, I love makeup, beauty, hair, money. Who doesn't love money? Travel. And I just feel like the longer I stay at a job that isn't serving me, the further my passions are getting away from me. So I'm gonna blend this out, or I'll come back when I'm blending. This YouTube channel, I plan for this YouTube channel to be a passion project that life isn't over. Like, you might feel stuck, but you know, you can unstuck yourself. It's about the journey, I guess that's what people say. And you know, there's always chance to start over. The greatest artists that like I look up to, like Rihanna, Beyonce, Donna Summer, I don't know, who else? Michelle Obama. They always, you know, when it was time for a reinvention, when it was time for a renaissance, and it was time to try something new, they did it and they came out stronger for it. So that's what I'm aiming to do. If anyone else is on this journey trying to just figure life out, please come along. I know I'm not alone. Um, but yeah, I intend to build community. I intend to publicly try and fail. I'm not afraid of failure. I'm not afraid of failure. Like, people fail all the fucking time. So what do? They get back up again. Okay. So this might be a little bit embarrassing, but I'm also learning that it's okay to not be good at things. Like, it's okay. And I want to get more comfortable with not being good at things. I want to get more comfortable with rejection because it won't kill me. It would only make me stronger. And plus, after being rejected about 400 times from jobs, some jobs that I didn't even want to work at, I'm pretty sure I can take rejection. So that's all I wanted to say, really. I'm just gonna finish blending out my makeup, and yeah, if you like it, subscribe, introduce yourself in the comments, and we'll be along for this this ride. All I know is I have 2 years until 30, and I want my life to be a complete 180. I want all of my dreams to come true just because I dared to do so. And that's about it. I'm gonna use the Pat McGrath. I can get very carried away with blush. But blush blindness is never a thing. Like, I can't say that I care. Listen, makeup is supposed to be fun. People who take the fun out of makeup fucking suck. And that, my friends, is about it. I don't know if this will go up, but what do you think?